In the heart of a bustling school, a young man took a stand, raising his hand not in query but in rebellion. He defied the norms, he defied the rules, he defied the authority. Yes, he dared to slap his teachers. A gasp rippled through the hallways, classrooms fell silent, and even Mark, the usually quiet student, found his voice pleading, "Don't do that!" Yet, the young man's audacity knew no bounds. He then, in a move that would haunt him for the rest of his days, slammed his hand onto the glaring red fire alarm. A piercing wail echoed through the school, the signal of danger, the cry of chaos. Like a flock of startled birds, students fled, pouring out of the building, leaving behind an empty shell of what was once a temple of learning. Caught in the eye of the storm was the principal, his stern visage etched with disbelief and disappointment. The words fell from his lips, heavy and final. "You're expelled." The young man, once the harbinger of chaos, now stood alone, the reality of his actions sinking in. The sun had barely set when he found himself outside his home, his mother's stern face mirroring the principal's. "I heard you got expelled," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "From now on, you have 98 days as a punishment." The weight of those words hung in the air, a grim reminder of the consequences of his actions. The young man could only respond in despair, a prolonged "No!" echoing through the house, his regret palpable. His rebellion had led him not to freedom, but to his downfall. His actions in the harsh light of consequence seemed less heroic and more foolhardy. In the end, the young man's story serves as a stark reminder. A reminder that actions have consequences, that rebellion without cause leads to downfall, and that the line between bravery and foolishness is a thin one. Today, he stands not as a hero, but as a cautionary tale, his 98 days of punishment an echo of the consequences of his actions.